A little while ago, I did a video about affordable mountain towns in North Carolina. Some people loved it, and some people were not happy with the prices in those areas. Now, affordability is really a relative term. What's affordable for one person might be totally out of reach for another. Today, we're going to visit a way more affordable community in the North Carolina mountains, and you are going to be shocked at the prices of these homes. The truth is, if you're really looking for something inexpensive and you're able and willing to buy in a 55+ community, they can be some of the least expensive options out there because they necessarily exclude a lot of other buyer competition. If that's not you and you're not interested in retirement communities, don't worry, because there are still neighborhoods out there where you can get a nice home in the $200,000 to $300,000, and we're going to take a look at those as well. We're also going to take a look at the difference between what you get for that price point and for things in the $400s to $500s, because affordable is so relative, and it might be worth it to you to pay more for the extra amenities or features you get in that price range. You should also know that if you're not yet 55, but it's not too far off, you may qualify to buy in a 55 community if you want to. Most of them allow a percentage of residents to be under 55, because think about it. If your husband's 55, but you're only 53, what are you going to do? Anyway, there is some flexibility in age-restricted communities. When I started the research for this video, I found 3 listings in this particular community that we're going to go look at today. It's called Cumberland Village, and all 3 of these listings were under $200,000. We're going to look at several different affordable price points, all under $500,000, but finding properties under $200,000 is extremely difficult. And so I want to know, why is it so cheap, and what are you giving up to find a home in that price range? And if it's not worth it, what do you really have to spend for a good quality of life? I'm going to take you on a trip to discover what this neighborhood is like and what the town is like surrounding it. Are there good medical facilities? Is there anything to do? What kind of entertainment is there, or shopping? Are you going to have to drive an hour to get groceries? What about travel? Does the closest airport have flights so you can get to see your grandkids? Or how hard is it to get to Europe? I mean, you're saving all this money on a house, right? You probably want to take a vacation once in a while. North Carolina is made of 3 main sections. The Piedmont is the plateau of gentle hills in the middle section of the state, and that's where most of our large cities are. We've got Raleigh and Durham in the Triangle, Greensboro and Winston-Salem in the Triad, and Charlotte is, well, Charlotte on the western side of the Piedmont. The coast has mostly smaller towns and a couple of larger ones like Wilmington and Jacksonville. The mountains are also made up of mostly small towns, and the one mountain city of Asheville is around 93,000 people. The mountains have a cooler climate than other parts of North Carolina. It's about 6 degrees cooler in the summertime and 5 degrees cooler in the winter. A lot of people from other parts of the state love to visit the mountains in the summertime when it's really hot everywhere else. We actually have several different mountain ranges in North Carolina. We've got the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is the largest. We've got the Smoky Mountains, which you should know is called that because there's usually this haze of cloud cover hanging over the mountains, and it looks like smoke. It's a pretty damp climate, so be aware of that. And we also have the Brushy Mountains, which is a hilly region over here just west of Winston-Salem. It really feels more like foothills than mountains. Today we're going to the Blue Ridge Mountains, to a little town called Hendersonville, to find the best budget community in the mountains. Hendersonville is located about 30 minutes outside of Asheville, and it has a really vibrant downtown, which is amazing considering the population is only 14,000 people. That's like Stars Hollow small town size. When you know, you know. It's super friendly. I caught this guy waving on Google Maps. Now I want to buy a home there. It looks so friendly. But check out all this cool stuff downtown.
Look at Hendersonville like it's a little bit of Americana. It's like Mayberry with a little edge. All the stores are very up to date and modern, but still it has an old time feel. The sidewalks are wide. There's plazas to sit down in downtown Hendersonville. All kinds of great food to eat and beautiful stores to shop in. Main Street is a two-way street. We have a street on either side of us. One goes south and one goes north, and it's supposed to divert that mega traffic from around us so that people can come down and just enjoy their time without having a lot of traffic to deal with.
You've got some really cool museums, the aquarium and shark lab, a mineral gem and fossil museum where you can see an actual meteorite, a fantastic children's museum for the kids and grandkids, and there are tons of places to eat and drink. Now, if you want to see real Broadway shows on tour, you're not going to find that anywhere west of Charlotte, which is a 2-hour drive. Not very accessible, but there are actually a lot of options for performing arts right in Hendersonville and in nearby Asheville. The Hendersonville Theater has phenomenal reviews. This reviewer shed some light on the quality of the performances there. I've attended numerous performances as a season ticket holder for the past several years. With only one exception, the performances were superb. Every bit as professional as any acting company in North Carolina. Seating is uniformly excellent. The venue is intimate with ideal acoustics. This may be the best entertainment value in the entire region. I highly recommend it. Now, what about medical care? If you need a good hospital, I was actually shocked to find a nationally ranked hospital right in Hendersonville. I was expecting that you'd have to go to Asheville to get something like this, but Pardee Hospital is part of the UNC system, and it's been named a top 100 hospital in the United States. Pardee was one of Healthgrade America's 100 best hospitals in stroke care, pulmonary care, gastrointestinal care, and critical care. Now let's look at shopping, and then we'll take a look at some of the housing options out in Hendersonville. Hendersonville has lots of grocery store options right in town. Ingles and Harris Teeter are local North Carolina stores that are really good. We also have a Publix, which is a Florida chain that I grew up with, and it's pretty awesome. They also have a cooperative grocery store. We have some of these in Raleigh area, and I love them. You buy into them, and then you get discounted prices if you're a member. This one's $25 a year. You do have a Target about 20 minutes north of Hendersonville, and if you want Costco, you've got to go all the way to Spartanburg, South Carolina, which is about 45 minutes. Now, you don't have any major theme parks here like you do in Tennessee or Charlotte, and you're a couple of hours from both Gatlinburg and from Carowinds and Charlotte, but you still have a lot of fun things to do nearby for when you have guests or the grandkids come to visit. I did not know this, but in the summertime, Santa actually has a theme park, you know, for when he's not busy doing the whole present thing. Who knew? This is Santa Land Fun Park and Zoo. It doesn't look very fun for the animals though. If you're like me and don't enjoy caged animals, you might prefer the Chimney Rock County Fair, which has all these old-timey rides for kids. It looks like fun. The median home price in Hendersonville is $386,000. So let's look at several different levels of housing. If you want the absolute least expensive housing, what you're giving up is a single family home or a site-built home. You can find mobile homes like this one in Cumberland Village, or condos like this in the 100s to 200,000 price range. If you really want a single family home, you can get small ones like this site-built home or like this modular home around that price point. That modular home is also in a 55 plus community, so be aware of that. This home for $369,000 is really cute, so those are your entry-level homes. But what if you want something a little bigger with more amenities or features? If you can get into the $400,000 to $500,000 range, you get your pick of either a really nice single-family home like this one, or let's face it, you want to be in the mountains for a reason. Look at these views. And even in the bedroom you get them. This is a condo, but that's $1 million view for the bargain price of $489,000. If you're looking for a gated master plan community, that's going to cost you a little bit more money. But you do get a heated pool, spa, tennis courts, bocce, all kinds of social activities, and the clubhouse restaurant and a year-round golf course. I assume they close when it's snowing.
If North Carolina was completely unfamiliar to them, what would they feel like moving into Hendersonville?
So you'd be welcome with open arms, but we all say, come and adjust. Don't come to changes because we don't want to be changed. We love it just the way it is. And if you're leaving there to come here, leave there behind.
If Henderson doesn't fit your style, I've already started the follow-up video to this one where I'm going to show you 5 small towns you will hopefully love in the North Carolina mountains. And you also might like this video I did about the towns up around Boone.